Hello everybody, this is JD again. I had to restart this video. I got everything all messed up. I had wrong names and everything. But young Miss Kennedy, who's threw her hat in for the Senate seat that Hillary Clinton is getting rid of, departing from. A lot of people are criticizing it. I don't think they should. She's not a political figure. She's not a politician. That's what we need in our government, is non-politicians. People without the political corruption. Illinois is a good example of what politics has become. Anyone who says Barack Obama did not talk to that governor about the Senate seat is totally incorrect. There's no way I would ever believe he did not talk to him about it. He may have had recommendations. That doesn't mean that Obama is corrupt. It's only that he talked about it. The corruption is the people who offered the money. Yes, the governor says he's got a pot of gold there, but is he talking about doing himself politically well or monetary well? That has yet to be proven. Bottom line is, this is not what this video is about. It's about non-politicians. I want to read you something. Written by Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, we're talking about the convention in which the Constitution was written. Thomas Jefferson describes it as an assembly of demigods. Not only were there leaders in the fight for independence, such as Roger Sherman and John Dickinson, and leaders, thinkers just coming into prominence, such as James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and Gouverneur Morris, but also legendary figures such as Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, John Adams, declaring the 3.5-month convention. He declared the 3.5-month convention the greatest single effort of national deliberation the world has ever seen. That is Thomas Jefferson's description, including himself. How many of those people were politicians? That's what I'm asking you. How many of those people had experience with the world? No, they had experience of life in this country. They had experience of the tyranny, of the overtaxation, of a well-established political theater. They had experience of oppression, a government forced upon them. What kind of experience as a politician did they have? None. That's why the Constitution doesn't start off with "we, the political parties of the United States," or the politicians. It's "we, the people." The Constitution was not written by politicians. That's why it protects the individual. The politician wasn't written by experienced political fields of endeavor. It was written by Americans who felt the yoke of the political professionals upon their shoulders. The Constitution wasn't written by those who believe that they have the power to decide for everybody and everything. The Constitution was written by men who believe that we deserve to be free, and that we have the right to choose the course of our endeavors. The Constitution was not written by those who look to strengthen their stranglehold upon the American people, but was written by those who believed that each and every American citizen deserves the right to be free. There is protection written in the Constitution so that we can take back our government from a runaway political machine. That's what the Constitution is. But the Constitution only works one way. When we, the people, take responsibility for it. Not just with presidential elections, but with every step of government. We, the people, must take responsibility for what we have created. Congress runs this country, not the president. Congress created the nightmare that this country is experiencing. Not just this country, but the world. You and I, the individual who is struggling right now, affects the whole world. GM and Chrysler aren't in the shape they are because of anything else but what Congress has done to us. Their problem is that we cannot afford to buy cars. The foreclosures, the housing, all that is what Congress has done to us. The loss of our houses because of the loss of our jobs, because they've gone overseas, Congress has done. Yes, the Constitution was not written by politicians. They were written by American citizens, the first. And by the way, everyone, George Washington was not the first president of the United States. He was the first congressional. Under the Articles of Confederation, the United States of America had another president. George Washington was at the convention to write the Constitution because he was not a politician. He refused the first election because he was not a politician. He was an American. I wish our history books would remind everyone George Washington is the first congressional president. I wish our history books would say who was president for those 4 years from the end of the Civil Revolutionary War to the Constitutional Convention. That man in history is a shadow, but it's a shadow of the truth. George Washington is the first congressional president. But that time between the Revolutionary War and the writing of the Constitution is just as important, because it shows where it's coming from. Why the Constitution starts off with, in order to form a more perfect union. Remember, our Constitution only works through you. It's not dead, it is real. And the professional politician is the thing that's left out. And you, the American people, must protect our country from, quote unquote, the experienced professional politician. Thank you. Have a nice day. Remember, don't think Democrat, don't think Republican, think American. Look for the answers, look for the truth, and then go for it. You matter more than anything else. And together we can do it. Thank you. As always, 2012.